in Liverpool. It's also definitely good old-fashioned buzzy bars like this. Culture is whatever you want it to be. The Walker Art Gallery's collection of paintings and sculpture is worth millions of pounds, and its director wants everyone to enjoy them.
In some people's eyes, this would be called high art. It's the kind of thing that's probably most mysterious to the person in the street. But the whole point of museums and art galleries is that we try to get people interested in all forms of cultural activity. High art, if you like, is just one of those things.
An important part of Liverpool's bid will be the Foundation for Arts and Creative Technologies, currently under construction. It'll be a centre for cutting-edge cinema and video artists.
It reflects the aspirations of Liverpool now, as opposed to Liverpool historically, which part of the cultural fabric of the city has been built on great things of the past. This is a great thing of the future.
Sport is central to culture in Liverpool, with two world-famous Premiership football teams, the Grand National, and with Merseyside having 6 out of the world's top 100 golf courses, it could hardly fail to be. For Liverpool's Chinese community, culture is about the detailed fabric of everyday living.
Culture could be referred to artistic things or objects, but culture, I feel, is also including living, eating, walking, and what you're clothing as well. That four elements that we think in life, it illustrates the cultural, artistic, what we are, what is characteristics of Chinese all about.
Liverpool has historical links with Africa through slavery and seafaring. One local arts group hopes the bid will help the city recognise the importance of black culture.
We still remain invisible in Liverpool, you know, in terms of who we are. And we thought that maybe the City of Culture might be the right thing to actually tell people that we are relevant in the society, in this society, because of the nature of our work.
A creative writing class at an inner-city community centre. Here, culture doesn't just mean drama, music and art.
Some people, culture is to them tracing the family tree. We've got a class in here, people who actually go out and trace the family trees. We've got local history classes go on.
Culture capital contenders have to tell the government what their concept of culture is. In Liverpool's case, it won't be a short reply. Andy Gill, North West Tonight, Liverpool.
Brilliant acrobatics.
Yes.
So they could have been in the Notting Hill Carnival part of the procession, or does Nigeria not quite fit into that?
Well,
I think what we're looking at is quite different in its aesthetic, in a way. This is based on very strong religious cultural beliefs that we're seeing here. Carnival is from display, to some extent. This is a different type of display, a different type of values.
and don't forget, this masquerader here, of course, has a secret identity. Well, that's one important difference to Notting Hill Carnival, because everybody's identity is very open. For this dancer, one doesn't know who he is, where he comes from. It's part of the magic of the whole ceremony.
What his own community doesn't know?
Well, it's quite
They do
interesting. They probably do. It's kept a secret from the children.
It's very rare that you'll see this outside of Nigeria at all.
Brilliant acrobatics.
Yes.
So they could have been in the Notting Hill Carnival part of the procession, or does Nigeria not quite fit into that?
Well,
I think what we're looking at is quite different in its aesthetic, in a way. This is based on very strong religious cultural beliefs that we're seeing here. Carnival is from display, to some extent. This is a different type of values.
and don't forget, this masquerader here, of course, has a secret identity. Well, that's one important difference to Notting Hill.
These are Iron Agalu.
That's right.
These are masquerade performers from Nigeria. It's very rare that you'll see this outside of Nigeria at all.
Brilliant acrobatics.
Yes.
So they could have been in the Notting Hill Carnival part of the procession, or does Nigeria not quite fit into that?
Well,
I think what we're looking at is quite different in its aesthetic, in a way. This is based on very strong religious cultural beliefs. Is from display, to some extent. This is a different type of display, a different type of values.
and don't forget this This is a Jido now, and what we're seeing here is a chief's dance. They've actually brought this from, it's an Akan tradition, and we have several of the organisations who are actually presenting rituals and styles of things which would actually be associated with royalty and ceremony in their own countries.
Where do you say this is from?
This particular one is from Akan in, Ghana, not Nigeria, Ghana. So they'll be playing those in a moment. This is an Ethiopian community organisation, and of course Ethiopia is not in the Commonwealth. But we found that when we were, making contact with a lot of the organisations, some of them were just so excited about the possibility of taking part in a state occasion. And this particular group is very proud of a relationship between Ethiopia and the UK.
And a very strong relationship to monarchy as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
People watching this parade go by, probably the one person who's seen most of it somewhere before in the last 50 years is the Queen, isn't it?
Very true indeed, yes.
Because she's travelled and travelled and sat in front of parades and displays like this.
Yes.
I think to a lot of Londoners it'll really be an astonishing sight and quite an eye-opener.
Yes, I think so.
Of course, musically we're moving from Africa to the Caribbean to South Asia to London. The kind of music, yeah.
No, we've tried to reflect every region, so I think we've not done too badly.
But have you got the white Commonwealth in it? Have you got Australia and Canada?
Australia, Canada,
New Zealand,
Cyprus, New Zealand,
absolutely. Belize.
India and Pakistan?
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Bangladesh. I mean, we've also been very keen to represent or to actually involve some of those countries. I mean, India and Pakistan, of course, where there's a kind of worry about tension. Participants felt very, very strongly that this was an important opportunity to make a statement and express
they should go ahead with it.
Yeah. And these are the Ugandans now in vision in black and white here.
And the soundtrack is by Peter Huntingale as well.
What is it from Uganda we're seeing? A dancing troupe dressed as kings?
Yes, this is again something, a sort of ritual that they have brought into London, but of course most of them they're not visiting from Uganda, they're actually resident here in London. Just behind them, I think we're seeing the seniors. This is a Latin American association. Very, very happy to be involved, from Colombian, Ecuadorian, Chilean, who've now been in residence a long, long time in the UK and have been very, very pleased to have been able to settle here and have stability here.
Do you want to run that wishes thing? I thought you were cutting it. It's all right. I didn't know whether you wanted to cut to that or not. What's this array of drums?
These are an organisation called the Drum Cafe in London, actually. And what they do is collect all drummers from all kinds of disciplines. A lot of them, they're influenced by Malian drummers, but they're based over here. But actually, it's quite interesting because all across Europe, these guys come from. So these are Iron Agaloo.
That's right.
These are masquerade performers from Nigeria. Very rare that you'll see this outside of Nigeria at all.
Brilliant acrobatics.
Yes.
So they could have been in the Notting Hill Carnival part of the procession, or does Nigeria not quite fit into that?
Well,
I think what we're looking at is quite different in its aesthetic, in a way. This is based on very strong religious cultural beliefs that we're seeing here. Carnival is from display to some extent. This is a different type of display. Different type of values.
And don't forget, this masquerader here, of course, has a secret identity. Well, that's one important difference to Notting Hill Carnival, because everybody's identity is very open. For this dancer, one doesn't know who he is, where he comes from. It's part of the magic of the whole ceremony.
What his own community doesn't know?
Well, it's quite
They
interesting. They probably do. It's kept a secret from the children.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my
Amanda.
Which part of the Commonwealth are you representing?
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So what do you need to do for Sri Lanka? Let's get you moving.
Well, we're doing like drumming, and this costumes are not a harvest costume. And we play different drums and play different sounds, and that combined together. And we've also got these men dancers here, and they show like the strength and.
Right.
Yeah.
So you should have them inside. They show the strength. Looks good. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
These are from the section that's to do with food, actually. It's a black and white segment. They're from, which college? North London Performing Arts College, that's where they're from. One thing, of course, that people really hit the Commonwealth with is the food. Everything from Indian restaurants, Bangladeshi restaurants. And actually, this whole segment, although this is a dance bit in it, is celebrating food and the contribution of food throughout the thing. This is the Domino, the Anglo-Caribbean Domino League that we can see in the black and white segment here. And of course, dominoes is a big Jamaican sport or game, whatever, and it's these intense groups of people that kind of love to play, and there's all those kind of Caribbean sports that we're celebrating within this as well. And this is a guy, Gatka. This is a Sikh martial art form.
He needs a partner, doesn't he?
He does. I think they're there somewhere. And there you are.
Oh, there we are. What, sword against sticks?
Yes.
Is that how they fight?
I think so.
There's a whole group of martial art
There is.
performers in the back there, yes. I'm still slightly confused about the people with the white ribbons.
You'll see when
I can't quite see what kind of food it represents.
Well,
not
that
meant to
whole
eat,
segment...
Not meant to eat the children.
No, you're not meant to eat children. But actually, there are a lot of dancing waiters, actually, in that segment.
Dancing waiters?
There are. There we go. And drumming waiters.
I love your shoes. They're nicer than mine. What's your name?
Carmen.
Where are you from?
Watford.
And which part of the Commonwealth do you represent today?
Chinese dancing.
Chinese?
Dancing.
Chinese dancing. So you're going to be dancing your way up the mount?
Yeah.
How does it go? Show me.
Well, we have six sequences.
Right.
So it's one's on our shoulders, then it waves it like, oh sorry, we wave it like that, then we go like that, then we just rest it here, and we wave it, oh sorry,
That's all right.
wave it like that, and then we go like that.
How long have you been practicing?
About 3 weeks.
You've been practicing for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you all get it right. Good luck, girls. You're just about to go now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
In the rituals, we've got a variety of...
You have my desk, mic's up, please. You can't hear it. Move the mic up, key. Quickly. I need to hear you talk.
In the rickshaws, we've got some of our invited artists who created one of the floats later. They're Ndebele women. Who are we seeing here? This is some of the kind of dignitaries from Afro-Hollywood as well. So these are Nigerian video stars.
And a touch of the Pearly Kings.
Absolutely, yes.
yes.
This is the great and the good in this segment, yes, absolutely. So through the arches are things associated with royalty from all across the Commonwealth.
All right, so what have you got? Pearly Kings and Queens.
We've got
Ndebele, oh, the
Ghanaian royalty.
We've got Nigerian royalty, Sri Lankan,
Sri Lankan.
And the pipes coming up behind the...
Suddenly I was going to say, pipes and drums.
That's right. This is a wonderful organisation, founded in 1972 by a Hindu who came to London and was so enraptured by hearing Scottish music, he actually decided to find the teachers and establish a Scottish pipe band around the Hindu temple. So you'll hear some Scottish music and some traditional Hindu music. Wonderful group. Just wonderful.
And all Sikhs playing, is it?
Hindus.
Hindus, sorry.
An entirely voluntary organisation, raise money for their own costumes with the blessing of the temple. It's actually a cultural activity of the temple.
I mean, in a way, this kind of cultural confusion encapsulates the contemporary Commonwealth. I think it's a fantastic image that sums up the diffusion of cultures across the world now.
I remember George Martin yesterday here when they played All You Need Is Love around Britain in 101 different ways. The one he liked most was All You Need Is Love played on the bagpipes in Aberdeen or something. And that was a kind of cross-cultural rather than ethnic. But now, it looks as though there's an even huger parade behind this Commonwealth parade. You may just have spotted a moment ago, but actually, that's the police gradually letting the crowds that are lining the Mall come down towards Buckingham Palace, so that in the end the whole area in front of Buckingham Palace will be filled by people who came to watch these processions. Great masses of people coming down. I've no idea how many now. People say 700,000, rising, they say 1 million. I think really in the end it's not relevant. What's true is that there's a huge crowd here in London today to watch all this.
Hello! You made it here!
Yeah, finally.
Where's your mum?
She's on a float somewhere around here.
Oh, is she? How do you feel?
Good.
Quick,
Tired.
quick, keep up. You feel tired?
Well, excited more than ever, I think. So.
Now, when I spoke to you before when we were preparing for the procession, you said that you were going to hold your stomach in. What happened?
Yeah. Must have eaten a little too much on the way here, so.
All about good British food?
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing the Queen at the other end of the Mall?
Yeah, sure am.
Enjoy today.
Thanks, Philippa.
Now where have we got to? Are we in games of the Commonwealth?
We're in sport.
Sport, yes.
The end of sport, actually.
Yes.
We've seen cricket teams. There's Langdon cricket team, Langdon football team, I have to say, and Sudbury cricket team. So there are lots of kids. Of course, the sport is one of the things. Rugby and cricket, of course, one of the binding forces of the Commonwealth, as well as food. I don't know where we're not seeing them at all, are we? Well, there they are.
The cricketers just arriving there in the background. Now, this is very political. Which cricket teams have you chosen? Is Sri Lanka there? Or are they all up at Lord's?
We've chosen a British cricket team and a youth cricket team to avoid those delicate political issues.
Right.
And the youth involvement's been very, very important because, of course, I think something like 60% of the Commonwealth is actually under 26. So that's why we've got a very high number of young people, schools, organisations participating.
This whole project has been a matrix of professional work as well as... Oh, look, we're seeing the Kent roller skaters. Roller dance?
Yeah, roller dance club.
This is all in the sports of the Commonwealth.
It's got a little bit separated because they're enjoying all of the space, of course.
Yeah, they're enjoying all the space, just like the bikers did. And they came down.
Oops.
Roared around something. Oh. No, are they going over? No, I don't think.
I think these are taekwondo and martial artists.
Oh yes, look, let's watch this. Oh. I thought he was going to break it. Is that bit of wood held to break, or is it to... No, it can't be. It's much... It's not like a brick.
I think they're waiting for a...
Moment
Waiting
to
for... I
stop.
don't know what they're waiting for.
And incidentally, when we do come to the fly past, I know the last time we had a fly past, Now there's a group dancing here.
That's right.
Which haven't yet come down.
This is the last section. This is Academy of Indian Dance. So this is a variety of dance.
Bollywood dancing like. How's it different?
Kind of raunchier than this. This is
very energetic, I'll say.
Is Bollywood seen as a distortion of Indian culture, or is it part of Indian culture now?
It's just the way that you might see ballet and MTV.
Right.
I think that's the difference. So Bharatanatyam is a classical form, and whatever, MTV and that stuff is a popular form.
Are these children from the UK, or have you brought children in to do
I think
this?
most of these children will be from the UK, but a number of the teachers may be visiting from India. The soundtrack is by Shri, who is a kind of DJ who works in the kind of London DJ circuit. All that kind of cross-fertilisation of Indian music and sounds is very present in the segment. This is an organisation called Culture Shock.
What do they do?
Dance.
I see. How do they shake us? How do they shake us?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you said culture shock.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, so far so unshockable, but maybe they do something different when they're performing privately. Martial arts again.
Martial arts.
Children's
I think this is back on Bikma.
Yes.
I think we've gone back on ourselves rather than forward.
Yes, the geography of the parade, I was saying earlier, you can't trust it. We see different bits at different times. As long as we see most of it in the end, I think it's fine. What's coming down behind the yellow flags? Like two large lorries.
These are the artworks created by the Ndebele women from South Africa.
Oh, well, let's wait till we can see them properly and we'll talk about them. Oh, there they are. Now, tell me about them.
Well, what you have on certain faces are traditional Ndebele designs, but then what we've invited them to do is to paint London. So you can see the London Eye there and Tower Bridge and a flypast, appropriately enough. And you'll see at the end of the parade they'll spin. And that cross between Africa and London and getting them to encompass landmarks of London in their style is
And these are Ndebele painters
That's right.
who came from South Africa here. And how long have they been here doing this painting? Well, they come 2 or 3 weeks ago, or what?
They've been here for 3 weeks, and they've been extraordinary. They've been so lively. We took them up on the London Eye on the first day they were here. It was just fascinating the way they view the world. Likewise, the billboard artists from Bangalore earlier, that was their view of London too.
I'm not sure we saw the billboard artists.
You saw the billboards, the kids right at the beginning, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look at the London Eye there. And the British flag.
That's the London Eye on the left.
Yes.
Is this an old Ndebele tradition to paint houses like this? Decorate them?
They normally paint houses or exteriors, and they follow a very, very geometric pattern. Patterning, very, very formalist. And there are a lot of emblems embedded into that, like razor blades, airplanes, whatever. But they consider their work contemporary. Wow.
That's why they say there are over 1 million people here in London. Because of that view, looking up towards Admiralty Arch. Now, as the back end of the final Commonwealth procession or parade has come down, the police have gradually let people come across, break through the barriers that have been there where they've been camping for a day or possibly 2 days from St James's Park, from the area of the terraces on the left, Queen's Walk as it's called, and gradually they've come surging down towards Buckingham Palace. For the appearance of the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh on the balcony, and for the great flypast that's going to end this afternoon's celebrations.
Is that a DJ?
A DJ, this is.
Suitably enough in the middle of all the Indian dances, yes. And very close behind them is the pot of gold.
What is the pot of gold?
In the pot of gold, we've got an elder Maori performer singing a lullaby to a 9-year-old.
Is this the pot of gold?
That's right, there you go.
Yes.
Here we go.
I think, as I said, when the other parade was going by, the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh really need you two beside them, saying what it is that's going on. Because it's quite complex, the symbolism of this.
Yes.
We're very, very lucky to have you and our other guests here to make sense of it. Now, what is this?
This is Ya Santawa. I mean, in every segment, there are people from Africa, India, Canada, Australasia, every single segment. No segment is one culture. Ya Santawa are based in West London and specialise in African and Caribbean culture.
But the DJ flow could actually be relevant to any of the regions and any of the cultures, and I think that's been a wonderful kind of motive throughout the whole parade, and something that's been very attractive to participants.
I saw the Queen putting away her spectacles, which may mean she can see the parade drawing to an end. And she's going to be led from here when it does end, after a song from Chicken Shed, which has been specially written. She's going to be led into the forecourt of Buckingham Palace, where a huge balcony hanging, the Commonwealth balcony hanging, made by the Royal School of Needlework, covered there in white, is going to be unveiled, and the Rainbow of Wishes going to be presented to her in the courtyard. There's the Commonwealth balcony hanging. I won't reveal what it has, but it goes right up to the balcony itself. And you designed it?
I did indeed, yes.
We'd better not say what's in it yet. So now Chicken Shed sing this song, Talking Together, Together Talking Turn the World. And my thanks to Helen and Keith, both of you. Thank you very much indeed for being with us.